is flickering already, but welcome, I am back. I am streaming again because I'm just very bored and there's nothing to do on a Sunday night. So if you are like me and you've got nothing to do, then you should also try and get lost in a random country. It'll be fun. And without further ado, here we are. We are about to start a new game. For those who haven't seen Geoguessr before or heard about it, it's a game based on Google Maps, and you're about to see what it's all about. Here I am. Google Maps has placed me somewhere in the world, and I have got to figure out, just by moving around on Google Maps, where I am. The more accurate I am, the better. Simple rule, I am not allowed to Google where I am. If I see, a phone number or a company name or something like that, I'm not allowed to just simply go and look up where that is, because that would just be too easy. Although, right now, I would absolutely kill for the ability to look at where I am. This is not one of the most easy starting positions I've had on this game. This could be quite tricky, actually, because there's plenty of places on the planet Earth that look exactly like this. I don't have a clue what country this is. That will be the first challenge, is to work out the country. Once we've worked out the country, then we try to work out the name of a town or city, and then the exact location of where we are within that. So we've got some kind of tropical looking trees. That's the suggestion that I'm not in Europe, although knowing my luck I actually might be. My internet's not being particularly quick here, but maybe that's because I'm streaming in 4K at the same time. I don't like it when it has to buffer the videos, like every time buffer the images every time I click, because it just slows me down ever so slightly. But this is going to take a lot of clicking until I find some civilization, and this is the challenge of Geoguessr. So it can put you literally anywhere. Sometimes you're in the middle of London and you can just look at a sign and say, oh, right, I'm in Trafalgar Square. Other times you're not so lucky. So this is one of the less lucky times. All I know is that I'm on a dirt track. I'm going east according to the compass. I would say that there is some civilization in the background, I think. This is going to be a challenging one, I think, to start with. I've got to do 5 of these. If you want to know how long you're going to have to stay up past bedtime to watch me, I can usually get through 5 of these in 1.5 hours. If I'm being particularly fast, I can do 5 within an hour. This isn't going to be one of those, because I apologise that this looks pretty boring at the moment. There's not much around us. We are just stuck in some bushes. I am wondering whether I should have gone the other way at the start, because sometimes there's a city or town or some big signpost right behind you. I was doing one of these yesterday where it turned out that there was a signpost to Moscow literally behind me, and I went like for 20 miles into the countryside. I do encourage you all, by the way, to type things in the chat, because it should actually come up on the screen. I've now got a little chat box. It's hidden, but if you type, it should pop up, so you can communicate with me. I just have to glance over at my second monitor. I've now improved my setup massively on this, and I do apologise about the camera flicking. I'm going to start this stream actually by saying, like how celebrities endorse things, and influencers on Instagram. Oh, hang on, wait, we found some civilization. 1 second. This isn't going to be very useful. It's just some sheds with some cows and some horses. That's not very useful, unless the horses are like advertising a country or something on the side of them. No, I was going to say, like, influencers on like Instagram and Twitter, they always recommend brands to you. Well, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to say I do not recommend Sandstrom, which is a brand of electronics owned by PC World. Do not buy a Sandstrom webcam. It may be £5 cheaper than the Logitech, but it has this horrible flickering that you can see, and PC World won't give me my money back. I've got the receipt for it and they just don't care. I think this is possibly one of the worst starting positions I've ever had on this game. This is pretty bad. Alright, what does this say? We might have our first clue. Fazenomenton, some foreign language. See if I can see what that says. I can't really see what that says. No, it's not really a clue. It's not telling me anything. I mean, what I deduce from that is that I'm in possibly a Spanish-speaking country. Fortunately, that is half the world. This is my least favourite when we get something like this. And, oh no, this is my least favourite, is Mr. Camera Car hasn't gone any further down the track. The track literally ends. So I've been all the way to the end of that track and found nothing. And I didn't realise where we've started here is literally the only life in this whole area. So unfortunately now we are going to have to go back the other way, and this is horrible. This is truly horrible. I got the feeling that, you know, like even a professional player would not be able to cope with this starting position. All we know is that we're on a dirt track. I don't even know if I'm going the same way that I did previously. That's a good point. I can't remember which way I went at the start. I hope that this isn't the same way. Otherwise, I mean, it all looks the same. There's nothing. I think this was the way I went, because I think in a minute there's going to be a little bridge. Oh yeah. No, this is where I found those trees, isn't it? Yeah, that was a noob mistake. I should have realised. So that was the way I went, and this is the way I need to go. I mean, it'd be nice if we could go down into that village there and just see what's down there. But the other problem is when you're in places like this, you don't tend to find many flags or many website addresses. Oh, hang on. Not that I'm being racist, but I'm just literally judging where I am based on the skin colour of that guy. Wait. No, okay. I thought it was like a Vietnamese flag or something on his bike. Yeah, this could be anywhere at this moment. So I was going to say, usually to figure out what country I'm in, I would be looking for a flag or for a web domain. I'm getting pretty good at web domains of the world, and I think this might end up being a forfeit right from the start, proving that this is live and not planned in any way. That there's just nothing to go on this one, other than the skin colour of that guy and his girlfriend. Now, there is maybe a ray of light here that if there was a guy coming on a bike down there, he will have been coming from somewhere. So there might be some civilization somewhere where he's come from. But this is very remote. I'm amazed that this is actually on Google Street View. Someone's come down here in a car on Street View. It's getting really narrow down here. This Street View guy was really determined to make it all the way down here. All this tells me is that this is definitely a sparsely populated country, so maybe it could be in Africa or it could be in South America. It's obviously not Europe. My internet's kind of slowing down a bit now. Maybe there's another one. I don't recommend BT Internet. There you go. That's another Chris Shaw disrecommendation. Bear in mind, I've got 100 meg download speed, and this thing it's still buffering. It's annoying. There was a person there. I'm just going to walk past him. Another hut. This is the problem when you're in like really rural places. These huts mean nothing. I mean, I've got a plan that once I know what country I'm in and where my nearest town is, this should be easy to find because there won't be many roads in that part of the map. So finding the road you're on can literally just be as simple as, well, the road goes east-west, and that's enough to figure out which road you're on. But the annoying thing is that I play on a map called Diverse World, which is a map where the starting points have been picked to be ones that are actually possible to do. Someone will have vetted all of these starting points and gone, yes, that one is possible. And I disagree at this moment in time. I do not think this one is possible. Eventually reach a road. The question is, what if Mr. Street View camera hasn't gone to the end of the road? What if, so what you can have on Google are sections of road that are completely disconnected from the surrounding road, just little bits of tracks that aren't connected to the rest of the map, and that can be a real pain. Or you can also have sections where not all of the roads have been scanned and there's only one road that has been scanned back to the main grid infrastructure of the map. So again, this is supposed to have filtered those out. I'll tell you what I'm just going to do in the background. I'm just going to do a quick speed test in the background because this is pissing me off. Carry on. So I apologise that we've not seen anything interesting, and I've not had any sort of exciting theories at this stage, other than that. Well, I'm getting worried now because this track's this track's disappeared. So there we go. We have got an impossible starting point, because you see here, this track, we've now been from one end of it completely to the other end of it without passing any distinct location. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take a guess at where it is. I'm not going to get 5,000 points. I'm not probably even going to be on the right continent here. Something tells me it's not going to be South Africa, I don't think. Could it be? I don't know. We've no way of knowing. I mean, this kind of road is so small that it's probably not even going to appear on a map. There you go. Okay, I was in the wrong continent. So yeah, it was. So let's have a look where it was. So you see here, this section of road would have eventually brought us to a main road, but the Street View camera hadn't gone all the way down there. I think once I'd have reached that, that would have still been very difficult, because Brazil and particularly Amazonia is really difficult, although Boa Vista was very close by. Boa Vista would be signposted if I'd have managed to make it to that main road. So yes, that's a really disappointing start. I'm just going to make sure that this is going to be badly reviewed. Couldn't move around, and too few clues. And what we're going to do then is we will quit out of this game. Leave game, and we'll just do another. Here we go, this is better. So, now I fancy my chances, he says right now. So, we are in Latin America, I think. I'm pretty sure, it's just a question of which country. What? Right, well, thanks for that game. I've been reset, and now I'm somewhere else. This is going well. So look what the speed test is. Download speed 17 megasecond. Oh well, that's a pile of crap. Hang on a minute. Let me load up Glasswire and see what's using my bandwidth. So now this is kind of a plug for software. Glasswire. See what's using all of your bandwidth. Something is. And actually, no, it's just BT is crap. Anyway, let's try and figure out where we are. So we are somewhere in Europe because they've got the European style crossing signs. And it's very sunny and very dusty, so somewhere in southern Europe. Oh, trolleybus. I just saw, yep, trolleybuses, right, okay. Maybe it's not southern Europe, maybe this could be Estonia. I need to see the local language, then I'll know. That looks maybe Ukrainian. Actually, it's either Ukraine or Russia. Yeah, either Ukraine or Russia. We'll find out very quickly which one. I am right about Europe though, because Russia does count as Europe in my opinion, and they do have the same style crossing signs. So we've got place names that I can't read. Well, I can read that, actually, Stoll. Oh no, or does it say stop? Did it say stop? I can't remember what letter. Yes, it does. It says stop in Russian. C is S and the pi sign is P. This is stop. Yeah, it's Russia. Now this can be a challenge in itself. What you'll find, Russia, obviously biggest country in, is it the biggest country in the world? I think it is. It's one of those where knowing the country really doesn't help. What you need is the name of the city, and the Russians are not well known for referring to the name of the city in the city that you're in. They don't like to signpost things. I mean, there was a signpost back there with 2 town names. Those towns will be too small to find on a map of Russia. What we need really is a reference to a major motorway with some place names on it. Just checking, yeah, my microphone is on. I was just making sure I haven't done the same as last time where I accidentally didn't have it on.